Hey guys, it's Russell back, and on today's video I'm going to show you the difference between normal band clamps that you've probably seen. A lot of times people call these radiator clamps. You see these on cars all the time. And these are called ear clamps or Oetiker clamps, and why you may want to use these over these. So part of the reason that manufacturers use these on a lot of different places on automobiles is because this is considered a permanent connection. This is not considered a permanent connection. This one is actually from the late 60s, and this is just one you can buy in the regular automotive parts store, and these just tighten with the screwdriver or a hex nut driver on both of them. Now these are good. They work well. They apply pressure around a hose such as this, or a heater hose or fuel line, anything like that, and they apply pressure, a clamping force around to keep the hose from coming off. Now the advantage to the Oetiker clamps are that the pressure is more consistent around the circumference of the hose, and after you clamp this, the clamping force is greater. It's not going to come off here at all unless you release it. Now to release this, when you do that, it pretty much ruins it, but you would just stick a screwdriver under here and pop this loose, and that tab, it'll undo that tab, and then you can disassemble it, and you would have to get another one of these to do that. Now, while these band clamps, you can just use a screwdriver, with the Oetiker clamps you have to use these right here. And basically you would fit this on the hose, and you would use these right here and squeeze this. I'm going to demonstrate that in just a minute, and this will reduce the circumference of the clamp, and it will be on there permanently unless you release it. Now one thing that you do have to be concerned with is these style clamps right here will basically, the band will wrap around, and you have a greater amount of hoses that will fit in this relative to one of these. When you put one of these clamps on here, Oetiker clamps, it will only reduce a certain diameter, so it has to be pretty close to the diameter of the hose. You'll have a little bit of slack where it'll slide over it, but if I was to put one of these on there, there would just be no way that would work. Whereas this is about the same size, about the same diameter, and I could screw this down enough to make it clamp down on this hose. It wouldn't be pretty, and again, the clamping force of the Oetiker clamp, properly sized, is going to be greater holding capacity than this. So let me show you how these work and how easy it is to do this. Alright, so I have put an Oetiker clamp on either end of our hose. I've got our barbed brass fittings in here, pressed all the way up. And what I want to do is I want to get this about right there, okay? Just like that, just a little bit, maybe 1/8 of an inch or so from where you're going to put the wrench. And the only reason I'm doing that is so this won't interfere with the wrench. Alright, and I'm going to take these clamping pliers, and I'm just going to clamp this just like this. Alright, and I'm going to squeeze down, and as I'm squeezing, it's tightening the clamp, and that is what it looks like when it's properly installed. This is not going anywhere now. The only way you would be able to get this off is to take a screwdriver and shove up under there and pop this loose, and that will destroy the clamp. It will become you can't reuse them. Okay, so again, I'll do this side right here, put it about right here. I'm going to grip both sides like this, all right, and then we'll squeeze. Just like that. Make it's a super tight permanent connection. Right. Great. Super easy. You can use side cutters or wire cutters for this, but it's not going to give you the precise clamping force on each side because these actually reach around the clamp. Let me get a clamp and show you. These actually reach around and apply a consistent amount of pressure on either side, and they come together in like the 6 o'clock position like that. So super easy to do. These are not expensive, probably about less than 10 bucks, and you can have them for life. So hopefully that helps in showing you how to attach the Oetiker clamps.